The last footage ever from Doryman. If we decide to sink the boat, I don't think that's a very good sentence to say.
We have to be cheap, otherwise we are poor really quick.
It's not that impressive.
Oh, there's a baby! What? A baby! The baby! Busy, busy in the Bay of Gibraltar. Oi, oi, oi. You nearly made it.
The last footage ever from Doryman. As a rock of Gibraltar is giving us quite a...
Zoom into the speed. We were like 8.2 now, 8.4.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. See, every time I turn the camera, now it says 6.9.
Yeah, okay.
Like
maybe
so slow. Every time you...
Yeah, 7.8, 7.9.
Yeah. We'll just take your word for it, my love.
Pretty cool. Unless we hit a tanker with this speed, that wouldn't be too cool.
It is quite intense getting around this rock here.
My god, I feel there's more ships this time than last time.
Yeah.
Careful, gas.
Woo!
Now zoom into the speed.
Okay. I thought I should hold on, but priorities. I can't zoom in on the speed because of the bloody sun. That wasn't very impressive.
She's a heavy lady, so it takes a bit of time to...
Did you just call her a hairy lady?
Heavy!
A heavy lady. Well, she's also a bit hairy. She still has a beard. A little bit of a beard. We haven't quite trimmed it yet. Ah! And that would be the last of our glasses breaking.
Oh, we nearly ran over a seagull.
Well, let's just get out of the way. Alright, now I've been filming this forever. It's not that impressive. Oh my goodness.
It's actually raining a little bit.
Is it provocative to sail past Gibraltar with a huge EU flag?
No, it's necessary. Those Brits need to learn.
Please learn. Please.
Please learn.
We would like to have you back in the EU. Please come back to us. Our lives would be so much easier.
Oh.
Yeah. We could get cancelled in the UK for saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the majority of our viewers. Do you want to take it back? Or do you want to stand by your principles? The hard part's over. We did the shopping. And we carried it home. Ow!
Vlog time. So in this... Oh my god, I have no hair.
It's the overhead light. You have hair. It's just washing you out.
So, in...
It's also... You're quite low out of the...
No?
Why don't you just tip it forward a little bit?
So, another episode.
Mine shot?
Yeah, you are. So, hello and welcome to our little vlog about how to prepare on a passage, or how we will try to prepare on a passage. So we made it to Gibraltar yesterday, And yeah, and we head up to the first bigger supermarket today.
Yeah.
And we shopped, holy shit, a lot of things. I think.
All this stuff we wouldn't normally eat in a panic because we will be at sea for 5-6 days.
So we basically,
We don't normally really eat or drink cola. We don't normally eat stuff like this, not so much.
Or chips, they are on the other side.
Cookies, definitely not. Like, this will make our friend Mark very proud.
Potato
Like-
puree.
Yeah, what is that, powder?
Powder. But basically, we want to have a lot of easy food. So in case it's rough, so we cannot really cook something healthy, we want to have.
Or if the gas breaks again.
Yeah,
Because we've
so-
had that before. So we also bought a lot of stuff that can last for a very long time and doesn't need cooking. So,
Yeah, so if in worst scenario, like, or if it's just rough for a few days, we have enough to just go down and grab a bag of chips and eat some shitty bread, or I don't know, a can of fish.
Basically, we bought all of this, and all we will be eating is crisps and drink cola.
Yeah, we
That's
never
it.
know. Normally
Probably
normally it goes the other way. We buy all of this and then we actually, it's calmer than we think, and we actually cook and have salads and we do dishes, and
That's true.
it's very civilized, but you never know.
Yes.
We buy some Coke because it's quite of nice.
Like, we find ourselves
It
craving
gives
it
us-
actually when we're
Yeah, it
out
gives
like
you some
this.
energy, and if you're seasick, like a bag of chips and a Coke is actually quite the lifesaver.
Ooh, another thing that's actually, I think, a really good tip is we bought these magnesium things to drink because at least Leo and I, we get really restless legs when we can't move for days. So, and this kind of helps a little bit. It can be really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So that's a tip if you have that, magnesium.
So luckily the supermarket was
Yeah.
quite cheap. We spent 150 euros. And we
55.
got, 2 full backpacks, 2 little carry bags, and 1 big IKEA bag, which was really hard to carry. And we could have taken a taxi, but we are cheap or poor. Something in between by
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
We have to be cheap, otherwise we are poor really quickly. What else do we need now to do? We want to make sure we have water, and we will have water in our tanks, which is okay to drink, but we normally don't drink it. And then we have extra jerry cans with drinking water, so we will have like nearly 80 liters of drinking water in the jerry cans, and then like our 300 liters in the tanks. So
Yeah.
if something, let's say, happens to our tanks, let's say they break or a pipe comes loose and they run dry, we still have like the jerry cans to survive. Another thing we have done this time for the planning, because it's quite a long passage, we are towards the Canaries, and we're not experienced in any way how to topple it. There are the orcas, there's the current, the wind can be tricky, there's not one straight line to go. I mean, you could, but so we asked in some Facebook groups like if any other boats are leaving from here in the next day, so we might meet some people that are leaving in the next days, and then it could be nice to exchange some information, perhaps they are more experienced than we are, or maybe we are a bit more experienced, or maybe they know something that we don't and we know something that they don't. Then it's really nice it gives you also confidence. We did that in the Biscay. We had our friend Mark, and then we were 3 boats that kind of, and it's also nice
to go in like a little unofficial flotilla in the sense that if you leave together and you have sort of matching boats in terms of speed, like you will at least hopefully be able to communicate via the radio and stuff like that.
And some of the boats
is
might
nice.
even have some satellite internet plan, and then we might be able after 3 days, because it's 5 or 6. We don't have any.
Because we are poor bastards, so we have to hope that other people will give us the weather report.
So it would be really cool if you just WeChat them and say like, oh, is everything as forecasted, sort of? Is there any change in strategy, or? So that would be really cool if we can find. I mean, you can always VHF some bigger ships, but the info that you will get from them might be questionable.
You're starting to sound like you're boring yourself.
I'm not boring myself.
No.
I'm boring people that are watching.
No, we will film, I think,
Yeah.
later when we have a plan. We will film it and share it with you. That might make more sense than us just chatting. Anyway, we're getting ready because we think maybe we'll leave the day after tomorrow. Maybe it's a day after tomorrow.
We still need to.
But we're making sure that every tank is full here, so we can go at very short.
Yeah, and we still need to wash our linen because, yeah, I think they're not.
Okay, that's not really essential in terms of crossing.
No, but another thing, yeah, it's like a last rigging check we might quickly do, and we might not be able to film it, but yeah, check the rigging very carefully. Check all the little bits and bolts around the sail, and you know, everything that the ropes are not broken. You don't want any of that happening while you're out there.
Yeah.
If you can, check your steering cables, make sure you have enough fuel, make sure, yeah, everything.
Hi. You didn't fall in this time. Maybe that was a bad idea. Okay, Leo's about to show me where if the orcas come and they do get
The rudder.
yeah, where the water might come in and where I'll have to go and stop the water if I can.
Exciting time. So under our bed, there's a mess, and then you would lift here.
Easy peasy, as you can see.
Yeah, it would be very fun if you do it. And then, it's actually here. So the rudder stuck comes here.
Okay, there's already some water.
Yeah. I think I haven't greased it. So that's where our autopilot is, and then the water would come somewhere in there.
So I don't know if it's even visible, but somewhere here the water would come in big time. And then I would have to go here, or you, depending on who's able to at the time.
Maybe no water.
Famous last words. And the plugs things, are they still where they always are?
Yeah.
Great.
No, I don't know. In the drawer, no, they're in the box.
Okay, that should really be a clear answer to that. So where Leo used to keep them is here, but I don't know if it's no, not here. See, this is why you have to prepare. In the grey box. Okay, they're now in the grey. So they're right here. Good. That's why you should go through these things. Oh, and there's an video being edited in the background. That's why you should go through these things before shit goes down. So, there you go. What do you think, Can we do this? You just turn your back on me.
So we've heard that noise is a good thing against the orcas if they come. We have this A horn. This A horn. Air horn.
Yeah.
And yeah, you should, I think the best way would be to hold it against the hull, and here we have the carpet missing, and it's actually pretty close to the rudder.
Yeah.
So if they do come and mess around,
Yeah.
then maybe we hold it against here and
Yeah.
horn the hell out of it, and probably will end up with some ear damage, but maybe it will distress them enough to leave us alone for a few seconds and buy us some time.
Desperate times.
Yeah. And then,
Alright.
yeah, so that's one
Option.
option.
Probably once they come it will be too late anyway, but
Yeah.
Hopefully they won't come at all.
No.
Are you ready, my love?
For what?
To go to the Canaries?
Very ready. Slightly stressed, but
Why?
many things.
Like about preparation or about the journey itself and the orcas?
The orcas.
Yeah.
The journey.
What happened to your arm?
What? Oh.
Very hairy armpit as well in the shot. You gotta clean now, babe. Gotta get started. Anyway, we finished our food prep. So we boiled some eggs. They're back in the box here, but they're hard boiled. And we boiled some potatoes. It's gonna be really good for a grab snack. If you don't feel like cooking, then that's gonna be nice to have.
I'm gonna eat potatoes and get sleepy.
Anyway, and I cooked us a chili in here, like a bean chili, because vegetarians, which is also kind of fine to eat. It's fine to eat cold. And pre-cooked some quinoa. Lots of that.
What else?
So, and Leo did a lentil soup that came out as a stew. But either way, tastes good. Yeah, so a little food prep. And now it's just a little cleaning. And then we are good to go. Everything's ready. We don't have any crew. It's just the three of us, meaning us two and the dog. So the V-berth is full of all the surf gear and stuff. So.
But we want to.
What?
If the orcas come and attack us, we want to throw them the sub to play with.
Ah, yeah.
The old one, which we haven't thrown out just for that reason. What else? Yeah, we need to prepare some dry bags just to have like our grab bag, to have our passports, maybe our phones, and everything in there. So if shit.
Or ready to throw our phones in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we do decide to sink the boat, we can at least have a passport wherever we go.
If we decide to sink the boat, I don't think that's a very good sentence to say, like insurance-wise. You would never decide to sink the boat.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but if the orcas take the boat down.
Yeah, or something else. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
And at least you have something to start with. It's good to have a passport, I suppose, and a phone to call your family.
Anyway, getting ready for every eventuality, and hopefully, probably it will be just fine, and it will be like our other passages where we just sleep way too much and we didn't need to do the food prep and all of that
the
stuff.
nibbles. So we've been planning our crossing to the Canaries quite some time now. The weather is, not ideal. I mean, either you start with a very, very, very strong wind in the strait, and there you still have the chance of orcas, so maybe not ideal. So now we have settled to leave tomorrow, Tuesday, and that's mostly, it calms down a bit, but I think the biggest pro of leaving tomorrow is because we met a lot of other boats that are leaving tomorrow, so we're gonna share the risk, sort of going across the Gibraltar Strait and down to Tangiers, where some of them will stop in Morocco and the others, us and at least one or two boats, will continue. So unfortunately we cannot just go according to the wind, because then I think we would have left today or maybe even yesterday. Then we would have had quite some wind in the strait and in orca territory, which I find a bit risky, but we would have more wind on the entire voyage as well, which would have been better. Now I think we're gonna have a little bit of a light crossing, light wind, so I'm gonna show you a little bit here on the screen how we hope it will go. Hopefully it will go better than this. So we start tomorrow at 8 and we start up here, and we will have, how do I do that? Okay, I'm going here. So we will have initially crossing, we will have gusting up to 26 knots of wind. So by tomorrow evening, with the speed of 5 knots, we hope to be already past the point of Tangiers and sort of heading a bit more southwards. Tangier in Morocco. and we will have quite a nice wind through the night. So it then slowly subsides to 18 knots with gusting to 20, pretty much straight downwind. And then we have pulled out this waypoint as a reference a bit further out, because you can see the wind sort of cycles, or there's a bit of a wind hole here off the coast. So we want to go a bit further out. We might have to go even further out, because you might be able to see that on Wednesday we are getting a bit of lighter winds. Actually Thursday morning winds sort of slow down quite a bit and turn a bit more east. So here it might be beneficial to move a bit further out. And then we come to Thursday, Friday, which looks a bit dead, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it's hard to find a forecast that you have a lot of constant wind for the entire time. So we just have to go with it. Yeah, we will just have to go for it and see. We expect to have a current floating around going southward. So if we get a bit of current and we can maybe fly the spinnaker in some light wind, it might actually be really comfortable. We expect to only have like a meter of long period swell. And yeah, and as we approach, as we go 2/5 of the way, I think we will start getting some wind again. More northeasterly wind. Yeah. Then unfortunately the routing here does not go further. It sort of stops Friday the 13th, 2300. It stops.
Oh God.
So then it's just the same. I think the faster we are in the beginning, the better we sort of position ourselves. So it should take us 5 days with 5 knots. Hopefully we can keep that average. Then we should be there Saturday morning, right?
Maybe Sunday morning.
Huh?
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. So as long as we arrive before Tuesday, we are fine. So we might need to, if there's absolutely no wind, we might need to engine a few hours a day to keep up an average and arrive there in time before this stupid southerly comes in.
There's a southerly coming in.
Yeah.
Scheiße. It wasn't supposed to be any southerlies.
No.
Where did they come from?
I don't know.
Ugh, merde.
Yeah.
And we can't get any weather updates once we're out there, so...
No, we will hope to get maybe, if there's some other sailors. There are a lot of sailors right now going.
Yeah. So we will be bugging all of the other sailors on the radio.
Yeah. Do you have an update? Yeah, it's a bit stupid, but...
Yeah, they will all be on channel 69.
Yeah.
I wonder how they got to that number.
So yeah, that's the weather. I think we will need to update again. We will do this maybe tomorrow morning, one last time, just to make sure we have the latest, another 24 hours ahead. And yeah, unfortunately, yeah, with this forecast, I mean, it might change, but we will not know about it. But this little cutoff low might never develop. But then we would if we had internet on board, we could monitor more often and plan a bit better. And
but we're doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
we can't afford the other way.
Yeah. Everyone with their Starlink.
Yeah.
Well, it's it has a certain element of more stress, but there's so many boats out there. I'm sure we will get some update. Yeah.
But it should stay pretty consistent.
Yeah, and even if this southerly wind comes, it's not like it's going to be dangerous. It's just going to be uncomfortable. So all good. Yeah. That's it. So stay tuned.
Okay, you always say that. Is that like a new catchphrase?
No, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy this episode.